Hi and welcome to my channel. This channel is for people who are adult survivors of a narcissistic mother, and want to focus on what the effects upon you are of growing up with a narcissistic mother, what it was like for you as a child, and how your survival of this what kind of effects that has on you today in your life. So I'm talking into different videos about different aspects of this, and in this video I want to tell you about your blind zone, because you had to attach to a mother who was very, very difficult to be around and certainly depend upon. So one of the ways that children go about this is not consciously but unconsciously, is to blind oneself to what is really going on, to the difficult aspects of this, and to your own painful feelings. So, and that has a big effect on you in your adult life, which I'm going to talk about in this video. So my name is Åse Wegereff, and I'm a registered counselor, and I have a private practice where I provide therapy and one-on-one with this, and I'm also a survivor of a narcissistic parent, a mother, and so I have my experience with this. And if you find that this really resonates, I would love it if you would consider subscribing, liking, and or commenting on the video. So let's get to it. So this is a big problem for many people. I see this all the time in my practice. It's a really big problem, not only for narcissistic mothers, for all kind of difficult parenting that is too hard for a child to deal with. So it can be many different things, but now we're talking about narcissistic mothers, because as a child you have to stay in relationship, attached and connected to your parent, and a narcissistic mother is a very early wounded emotional, she's very wounded emotionally, and basically functioning on the level of quite an early child, maybe toddler child. So it's a really tough situation to be in, to have a parent who is a parent, and inside on the emotional level they are very, very wounded. So as a child you can't divorce your parent, you have to survive whatever is happening. So this is a major, major challenge. And the person who is supposed to love you, your mother, is, because she's narcissistic, is mistreating you. She isn't loving you the way you need to be loved. She isn't unconditional in her love. She doesn't really know how to love with depth, and that you really feel it, that it comes through to you. So she's not providing your needs. She isn't tending to your feelings and needs, and also on top of that she's self-oriented, selfish, preoccupied with herself only. So it's a really hard situation. So in order to live with as little pain as possible, we turn to our psychological defenses. This is not something that we decide to do. Perhaps there was a child once who thought to themselves like something that set it off, but in general this is really unconscious going on. So we end up without being aware, without knowing about it, we blind ourselves to the situation, to the abuse, to the pain that we carry inside, like anger, frustration, shame, unfairness, helplessness, chaos, all this that the child is experiencing inside with the narcissistic mother on the other side. Whatever the feelings are, it's too hard. There's no one coming to the assistance of this child, so it's best to blind oneself to it. So now you're living as a child as good as you can. You're surviving with the defense of blinding yourself. But the problem is that this isn't the real situation. The real situation is that you are in an emotional impossible situation as a child, that you cannot actually do anything about it. And this blinding helps you in that situation so that you are blind to it and you can actually live day to day and not feel into it too much, not realize and see what's really going on. But later, the blinding that helps you isn't something that you can simply let go of. You might not even be aware of it. I see it because I'm a therapist and I see a lot of different people and I see the patterns of this. So the blinding yourself is something that helps you, but now it has control over you, not the other way around. And I'm telling you this to inform you so that you can get some awareness of this. We all have blind spots, but when you have a narcissistic mother, you have maybe tended to that blindness. We have different defenses, but this is a very common one, and you may have used it quite a lot around her to not really see how she really, how cruel she really is and so on, because that'd be too scary and too horrific for a child to take in. So in a one-on-one work, what I do is regularly to help people face the shadow self and their own blindness and gain insight and see the reality as it was then and also as it is here and now, because the blindness you used as a way of coping then is the blindness you carry today, and you have carried it throughout your ages up until now. So the problem is that then as an adult going around with blindness as a lens to protect you is that you don't maybe need it anymore so much, and that it still carries on operating, making you blind to difficult feelings and situations, and then putting you at risk for being blind when you meet others like friends or a partner. And this is the reason why people end up in the same situations, for instance, with a narcissistic partner when they've had a narcissistic parent or mother. Because other people have the antennas and have the ability to see it, but you've blinded yourself to it. And also a narcissistic partner, for instance, would be a known and safe thing, because it's, even if it's painful, it's what you're used to. So the devil you know is better than the unknown that you don't know anything about. So there's a lot of self-protection that can really put you in harm's way here. So the task you have then is to become aware of this and face it and unblind yourself. And does this resonate with you? Please let me know if you feel comfortable, if you feel it's okay in the comments. Obviously don't give sensitive information there, protect yourself, but there might be things you resonate with. I'd love to know, and please consider subscribing and or liking or commenting. If you want to work with me one-on-one, you can contact me at my email address, which is on my YouTube channel, post curly alpha acevegerif.no. And I hope this has been helpful to you, and thank you for being here. And so I hope you got something good from this that can help you, and I hope to see you again. So have a nice day.